I just want to make a quick video on this because I feel like there's a lot of bad press, I guess you could say, going on both sides of this issue right here. So NASCAR is cracking down on people uploading their full races to YouTube, and I feel like a lot of people are jumping to conclusions with this. So I would like to offer a perspective of someone who's watched these races and who actively participates in the hunting down of said races. So, from my perspective as someone who watches content and creates content, I want to say that NASCAR cracking down on this stuff is a bit of a iffy, because we've seen many times how companies will just blindly take down everything related to their content, even when it clearly falls under fair use, and even when people point out that it falls under fair use, these companies will double down and they will ignore the actual laws created in the American court system. But that's not the point that I want to make about this. The point that I want to make is that a lot of people are really dogging NASCAR for this, and from a certain perspective, you know, as a content creator, I understand that, because we've seen this so many times from so many different companies. They'll just come down with a huge ban hammer on the entirety of their content on YouTube without even a second thought. But the thing is, what I want to mention is that fair use is a two-way street. All right. You have to be able to use, you have to use the content transformatively before it becomes fair use. Uploading full races without making even a single solitary adjustment to them is not fair use, guys. It's not. However, I just want to make clear that I'm not mad at NASCAR for doing this. This is something that needed to happen a long time ago, and by needing to happen a long time ago, I mean what they're going to do. Because Matt Weaver said that really, the reason that NASCAR's cracking down on YouTube now is because they've decided to put together a NASCAR network, kind of like the WWE network. It's kind of like the working idea that Weaver was talking about. And you see, the thing is, I can't be mad about this, because this is something that I've been asking for literally 5 years. So the fact that it's happening now is really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice! I'm so glad about this! But you see, the problem is that you give people no warning and then start taking down their content. That's what gets entire channels shut down unjustly. Now, I don't know if that's happening. I don't know if NASCAR taking these videos down are actually resulting in strikes on the channel. But if they are, that's when I want to say, pump the brakes on this, NASCAR. Because obviously, it's their intellectual property, and it's literally on every presentation, it's like, this program is provided by the NASCAR broadcasting system. No use of this content can be used, reproduced, or retransmitted without express written consent from NASCAR or whatever. You see, I understand that, but you see, the problem with this is that it's been up on these videos have been up on the site for upwards of 10 years. A lot of these races, a lot of these, especially like the 2006 to 2008, like those races got uploaded in full like the day after they actually broadcast, and they've been just sitting there on the site for upwards of 10 years at this point. The problem is that a lot of this stuff is fan generated. You see, the fans, a lot of the purpose of a lot of these channels is to provide these full races, because there's been no other way to watch these unless they decide to like condense it into a half an hour on Fox Sports 1, and half the time it's just a Daytona 500 that Jeff Gordon wins that gets fucking put up for a full broadcast, alright? But where are you gonna go if you want to watch like the 1996 per liter 500 from fucking Michigan, right? You're not going to be able to see that anywhere, because there's been no record whatsoever, unless like they release like VHS compilations of every race from 1996 and like a mega 30 VCR VHS tape, a 30 VHS tape collection of every fucking race, you know? It's like, there's been no way for anyone to be able to see this content unless someone in 1996 recorded it off of their TV and then has had it sitting in their attic for the past 20 years, waiting for just nothing. They just sit there. There's nothing there, you know? And we have a bunch of Facebook groups that hunt this stuff down in order to get it up on YouTube, right? It is a business, you know, and from that perspective, if it's a business, you know, NASCAR can crack down on that with full legal backing. But you see, if it's just a fan-generated thing and you can't see the stuff anywhere else, what are they going to do? They're just going to let that stuff sit in their attic for the next 30 years? They're going to put it up on YouTube because there's nowhere else to put it. It's by the fans for the fans. Now the thing is, I understand if they want to crack down on this stuff, but this has been it has been a fan thing for as long as you can remember. Like YouTube itself, like obviously they don't care unless like NBC itself cracks, because NBC itself cracks down on the 2001 and the 2004 Daytona 500, but the 2001 Pepsi 400. Always. You cannot have that. And you haven't been able to have that for like a good 5 years, but whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that all of this stuff is that no one's been cracking down on it. Everyone's been putting it together as sort of a fan-made gallery. A fan-made museum of old races that we've never been able to see before. If you're like born in like 2000, you've never been able to see a race that was broadcast in 1996. How else are you going to see it? You know? So my point is that the fans have been putting this together for a long time, and it's been a fan-driven experience, because NASCAR's never bothered to even care about old races until just yesterday, you know? So what I think they should do, I don't know if these people are getting copyright strikes from them getting taken down. I don't know if that's the case or not. If it's not, then I'm not too mad at NASCAR, but if they are getting copyright strikes, I'm kind of salty about that. So what they should have done was announce that they're making a NASCAR network and give the content people who put these old races up, give them time to vacate their assets. Give them time to liquidate their channels of this content. And what you should do is maybe give those people a free 2-month subscription to the new NASCAR network, or just hire them on as content collectors for the NASCAR network. Because they've got experience in it, all things considered, you know? But like this has been a long time coming. This has been a thing that should have happened like 7-8 years ago. And the fact that it's only happening now, I mean, that's just kind of a bad optics on NASCAR's part. But at the same time, they're entirely within their rights to do this. Like, literally, there's no argument against NASCAR taking this stuff down from a legal perspective. Because it is their content. They say it every single goddamn race. They say it every goddamn practice, okay? So basically what I'm trying to say is that I am not mad at NASCAR for doing this. They should have just given them warning, and they should have gotten these prominent collectors in on the actual NASCAR network beforehand. They should hire these people. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm proud to have never done a single NASCAR crash compilation, and I've amassed a following, bitches. I am the 1%. I am the 1%. Get fucked. But anyway, yeah, basically that's where we're at right now. I don't know where they're going to go from here. I don't know if they're going to crack down on literally everything, and you're going to see channels like Nixon's completely destroyed beyond repair. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but if it's just them taking down full races with no interludes, with no actual commentary beyond that, like, I think that's fine. They just should have given them warning if it does result in copyright strikes. I don't know if it has resulted in copyright strikes or not. Really, I should have waited until there was more facts that came out, but gotta get them clicks. So yeah, I think that should pretty much cover everything that I wanted to discuss. I wanted to discuss on this. So yeah, if this means a NASCAR network is happening and it's going to be a subscription service and you can watch every fucking race that's ever been run on television, you know, then that's great. Yes, you should have done this 5 years ago, NASCAR. Good work. But in any case, yeah, I think that should about cover it on this video. So The duels are next. I don't really care. The entry lists are out. There are 40 trucks for Daytona. 40 trucks for Daytona. Who's gonna go home? I don't know. We might see a competitive truck go home on Friday. I don't know. There's only 38 Xfinity cars. That's kind of sad. In any case, there's more trucks than Xfinity cars. What the absolute state of racing. But in any case, yeah, I think that should about cover it. So I think that's enough for now. Sayonara, senoritas. We'll see where this goes from here. Bye.